Welcome.
No, it's my turn, right?
I'm just saying.
Okay, I don't know how this started because it's not.
I'll do
always
it.
jump
I'll do
in. Welcome to Watches and Wines. My name is Michael,
And I'm Paul.
and this is a city edition. What's the wine on the docket for today?
Today we are doing a Spanish Rioja. It's a Rosè from the Rioja region, and it's made from Tempranillo grapes. The name is Larchago, and it is a 2021 vintage.
Awesome.
So it's a newer wine. I heard for the price point it can't be beat, but let's find out for ourselves.
Mm-hmm. And then watch today is going to be the Rolex Sky-dwellwer. The watch today is going to be the Rolex Sky-dwellwer.
All right, let's smell the wine.
Okay,
let's see how it tastes. Let's see how it smells and tastes.
The color is really cool. It's like very peachy.
Yeah, off the bat it smells really dry.
Yeah, super dry. It's like woody.
Woody, like a mineral quality to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, woods, minerals.
Should we try it?
Mm.
Oh, you going in?
No. Okay. Look, try.
Yeah.
It tastes almost like a dry sherry, like a Spanish sherry.
A
Not
Spanish
like
sherry?
not like a cooking sherry, but
Okay.
like a real Spanish sherry.
Yeah.
Like it's so dry. And I feel like we say that about a lot of wines, but maybe we like dry wines and we like gravitate towards that. You
It
know?
might be. It's smooth though.
It just like takes.
Yeah, the finish sucks all the moisture out of your mouth. Do you get any fruit on it though? I get like maybe the skin of a plum is kind of you know how it's, when you bite into a plum and it's just the skin, it kind of dries your mouth out a little bit, but you get a little bit of that plum flavor. That's kind of what I get a little bit.
I can see that. Like it doesn't have the finish of a red, but it's like red adjacent.
Yeah, which is what a rosé is, and that's why it can be appealing to red wine lovers. Is that it's red adjacent.
And maybe because it's a Tempranillo grape that like is typically for a red.
A $12 price point. It's very nice for the price point.
Yeah, no, it's I wouldn't say it's like an easy drinking, like, okay, you're out on the patio, super hot day kind of wine, and like really refreshing, right?
No, yeah, I agree.
I think it's more complex.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I picked it is because a Rioja for a rosé I thought was interesting and probably could lend to some complexity, which lends to the watch we're reviewing, which is the Sky-dwellwer, which is probably Rolex's most complicated watch.
That's a good segue. That's a good segue.
Rolex Sky-dwellwer.
Very excited about this watch.
Yes.
Which I didn't really know about it until you introduced me to.
Yeah, so I had a chance to try it on and put it on my wrist, and it's a very beautiful watch. It's 42 millimeters, 100 meter water resistance, and it's their most complex watch because you don't adjust based on the screw down crown, you adjust based on the bezel.
Oh, really?
The bezel rotates so you can make the adjustments on the GMT and on the time, and it's got different settings on it.
So it's still a fluted bezel, which would denote that the bezel itself is white gold.
Yeah, and the case is steel.
Got
Yeah, or you can do it in yellow. Yellow Resler is what they say, which is the bezel would be yellow gold and the rest of it would be steel.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a combination. It's a GMT watch, so Sky-dwellwer, made to travel, made to go everywhere. It's also an annual calendar. It tells you the time around the year. It's not a perpetual calendar, which tells you the month, year, and date. So the fact that it does all that and they fit it all in this 42 millimeter watch, it's a thick watch. She's a thick girl, you know. She's got hips.
How thick are we talking about? I have a Tudor Black Bay, which is, I think, one of the thicker watches. It's like the thickest of the thick.
I feel like it's
thickums.
Yeah.
You know, is this thick? Is this thicker than that, or is it the same or less? Do you know?
I think it's about as thick.
Okay.
Maybe a touch more, but the way it sits on your wrist, makes it look. Especially when you look down on it doesn't look thick. It's just from the side you really feel how girthy or like how chunky the watch is.
Okay. So do you think you have to have like a sizable wrist to rock it?
I think so.
Okay.
I think anyone with a wrist less than 7 inches would probably struggle to wear it.
Let's go back to the watch.
Yeah, so it's got tells the time like most watches do.
Really, I love that for it. It's great.
It has the month, so the month is on the outside of the hour markers. Will tell you what month it is based on the red, where the red is.
Got it.
And then you have the day on there, and then you have the GMT in the middle, which you can adjust the time to. You can put 2 time zones on it.
And so that, like, the circular GMT in the middle, so like world traveler in the way that it's set up, it's so cool. It's like, it's so beautiful.
It's a gorgeous watch, and I actually like it better on the Oyster bracelet or the Oyster Flex versus the Jubilee.
Got it. Yeah.
The Jubilee, I think, is too much with the fluted. It just gets kind of crazy.
Right.
I think it just detracts a little bit from it.
So yeah, and so the Oyster Flex, that's my favorite, personal favorite, right? And it's like weird. It's this weird juxtaposition. You have a Rolex on like this rubberized bracelet, and it's like such a huge flex. It's like, yeah, look at me, I got a Rolex, but it's like on plastic. Like it doesn't make sense, but it does make sense, and it looks so cool.
Yeah.
And then it has like a steel clasp to it too.
Steel deployment clasp, which is really nice.
Let's talk about pricing.
Pricing. So pricing for the Resler steel or the Resler white or the Resler yellow is just under $16,000.
Okay.
Which I think is a good price point for the most complicated watch that Rolex makes. I think it's a beautiful. It's actually like a good price point.
Yeah, it's probably the most complicated watch to get too.
I mean, any Rolex, let's be honest, is tough to get at an authorized dealer.
Right. So the one that I like, the one with the rubberized, like the Oyster
white
Flex,
gold. Full white gold.
only with the white gold, unfortunately, right? So, and that price is
much more expensive. I think on the $25,000 range. Give me 1 second.
No. It's $42,000.
42 with the Oyster Flex?
It's $42,000. Wait, okay, check it out first. But the gold, the gold. I saw it. The gold with the Oyster Flex was 42. Ooh, and my favorite face is the, what is it called? Bright black. Wow, that is so 007.
The bright black?
Yeah.
Oh, so 42.7.
42.7.
42.7. You heard it here first for the Oyster Flex.
Yeah.
Which is
That's
and the white gold, but it's a full white gold case, which makes sense. So my favorite is the rose gold with the blue-green dial. The blue-green is what I like the most.
So you would spend your money on that one first.
The rose gold is $50,900.
Yes.
Yeah. My money.
Your money.
No, I ain't got no money.
This rose gold with the teal giving a wonderful Golden Girls moment. It's great, but like you have to have lots of money and lots of watches. This is not going to be like your holy grail, like one watch, or you have a 3-watch collection.
It's not my grail, but I'm just telling you what my favorite of the dials is the blue-green, which only comes on the rose gold.
Do you like the rose gold though?
I don't know.
With the combination, I'm basically saying.
I think the rose gold with the Oyster Flex would be nice. But what I like about the white is that the white has red lettering that makes the red lettering pop out a little bit more.
Okay. No, I don't mind the white. I like the white too.
I think any option, if you can get your hands on one, it's a good option.
What we're trying to say is everybody's got different tastes. You do you. It's going to be beautiful.
I think
it's Sky-dwellwer.
Exactly. And I only discovered the Sky-dwellwer maybe like 6 months ago.
Yeah, I had not heard of it.
And it's like on my list. I have a list of.
But is it a class? It's a classic watch, or is it a new watch? Like, do you know how old it is? The heritage.
I don't know.
We'll put it down below. We'll do some research. Bing, bing, bing. Let's try the wine.
Okay, let's
Should we try it?
Let's smell it. See if it changes at all. It smells much more fruity.
Almost are you getting?
Like an unripe strawberry.
Sorry.
Isn't that offensive?
No, it's not offensive. I just get a wood. I just get wood. I don't know. I don't get. Yeah. You know what? I get a lot of alcohol in the nose for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't think
what is the percentage of alcohol?
14%. So yes, it is higher alcohol.
I feel like it got drier.
It did.
You didn't need to go drier. Like, you were dry enough.
It like truly dries out the palate completely. But I do, like, even on the palate, I still get that unripe strawberry.
See, this wine, I think, would be really good paired with food. So
Yes, maybe like a cheese board.
yeah, a cheese, like something juicy, like a cheese board or mussels. It would go really well with mussels.
Yeah, definitely, or lobster. Seafood would go well.
Okay, lobster and Rolex. $11.99. Let's go. You saved your money on the wine. You can
buy a Rolex.
You can go get the lobster and the Rolex now. The price point on this with the complexity I've never had before. Usually, like, you know, at the lower price points, it's like
Very flat.
Yeah, and it tends to be like they tend to go for like mass appealing. This is definitely not mass appealing. It's very niche. I agree. You know,
I agree. Definitely worth for $12 or $13. It's definitely worth you trying it.
Yeah,
it's absolutely.
It would be a really good BYOB wine too.
Mm-hmm. Sushi. It would go well with sushi.
You know what? Yes.
Yeah,
it would.
So, what would you rate it? You don't do that before you rate it. Would you buy it again? Yes or no?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, I would buy it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I would 100% buy it again.
I would buy it again. I would bring it to parties.
I don't know if I'd bring it to a party. I'd bring it to like a friend's house who really enjoys wine and wants to try something different. But like a party where like...
Yeah, I mean, $11.99, spread the love around. Come on. Like, you get a wine, you get a wine, you get a wine. I'm going to rate it 4.2.
4.2. I was going to go 3.75.
Wow, that is low.
That's not low for me. That's actually high on my scale.
What's your scale again?
1 to 5.
Touché.
I'm going to go 3.9. How's that? Does that make you feel better?
It's not an auction. It's your personal opinion.
Well, you were judging my personal opinion.
Well, it's so far from mine at 4.2.
It's not that far. We're half a point apart.
I know, but the 4s just sound different than the 3s, you know.
Okay,
but yeah.
I will go for a 4 minus 0.1.
Okay, but you know what? But we would buy it again.
Yes.
We really like it. It has its place.
Okay, yeah,
It's gotta get its
100%.
place.
And then
You know what I mean?
okay, and then the Sky-dwellwer. Must have in your collection, will have in your collection, would like to have in your collection. I don't want it at all. Like, where are you at?
Would love to have in my collection.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to tell you which one I'm getting. I'm getting the gold.
White gold?
White gold.
Uh-huh.
With
Oyster
the
flex?
oyster flex with the bright black.
Okay.
Chef's kiss.
Okay. So for me, this is absolute. I want it in my collection.
Yeah.
I will do the
It's a
Resler white,
Mm-hmm.
and if I can buy oyster flex, I'll get an oyster flex to add to it, and I would do it in the blue. Thank you for joining us. If you have any recommendations, leave them in the comments below. See you on the next one.
Bye, guys.
This was an excellent episode.
On the next Watches in Wine. Mr.